Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barons. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Brooklyn Barons Relocation franchise here on Madden 23. And in the last episode, we took on Justin Herbert and the New England Patriots at home at FDR Stadium, and we came out with a surprising fourth quarter victory, despite the offense still not playing very well. It was all about the defense, and it's been all about the defense for basically this entire season, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not necessarily a good thing. I would like to have kind of a mixture, a good balance of offense and defensive performances, but it's been mainly the defense that has been carrying us to the 3 wins that we have so far. Also in that game, Justin Herbert did not play like the Justin Herbert I would have expected to go up against. He threw 3 or 4, I think it was 3 really bad interceptions. 2 of them especially bad, but one of them was just like a lob up in towards the end zone. I think was it Murphy? No, Murphy Bunn didn't get that one. Was that, who picked that off? I don't remember. Somebody picked one off at the goal line or something. It was just a deep one-on-one ball. But the other, actually he might have thrown 4 now that I think about it, because I think Sauce Gardner had one, Bryce Hall had one. He had the pick 6. Murphy Bunting had 1 or 2, and then so that would have been 4 if he would have had 2. So I don't know. There was a lot of interceptions thrown on both sides of things. You would expect the interceptions to be thrown by me because that's what I do. But Justin Herbert has some really bad choices there, really bad interceptions. But we move on. We won that game. We now go on the road to Jacksonville to face off against the Jaguars. I don't know how tough this game is going to be. We'll have to get into it. Hope you guys are excited. If you are, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get right to it, boys. So here we are, and because we forced like 3+ turnovers in that game against the Patriots, we now have 25 staff points, which is going to be good enough to get that extra final focus player, which is going to be awesome. So we are going up against the Jaguars. As I mentioned, they have James Robinson. They still have Trevor Lawrence, obviously. He's superstar development, but still only 82 overall. We are a few years into the season, or into the series. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, they're all still around the low 80s to high 70s. Not looking too good for their development. We are going to stick with the short pass for right now. If at halftime James Robinson and the running game is killing us, then we'll switch, obviously. But for right now, at least for the first part of the game, we are going to go with the defend the short pass, and we are going to go with our usual throw it short method, and we should be able... Actually, hold on. I'm not going to do this yet because we need to go to the whatchamacallits, the staff, and we need to buy the final focus player so that we can officially check this box off, and then we can start to focus on the other things of the Brian Daboll coaching tree. So let's buy this final one. Now, I don't think it'll come into effect until we simulate a week. That's usually how it works. It may be there, but I don't think it's going to, as if I remember right. I don't think it shows up. So we will go back to the short pass for the Jaguars offense. We will go for our throw it short method. And then, yeah, okay. So we have to simulate a week, then it'll be there. So next episode, we will have the full, all 6 focus players. I still don't know who we're going to have in that final spot. We did put Malik Willis in there last episode. He should get an upgrade point after we simulate this. And I think the way that our defense has been playing, I think we're going to continue to go with force 3+ turnovers, because if Justin Herbert's going to throw those kind of interceptions, why not Trevor Lawrence, who's a clear downgrade at quarterback than what the Patriots have with Justin Herbert? So I think that we might be able to get some 3+ turnovers on Trevor Lawrence. And now Malik Willis does get an upgrade point, so he will go up to a 68 overall. We'll upgrade his scrambler. So maybe we can try to boost him, maybe make him into the low 70s, and then he could probably be a fairly good backup quarterback. Because I'm still not sold on him being the starter. I'm still not even sold on Justin Fields being the starter. If you remember, there is a quarterback that I'm pretty high on in this draft. You can see him right there. He's the #1 player on the prospect board. Cliff Jones out of Vanderbilt. I am very high on him. I think he could be an absolute stud. I don't think he's going to be generational, but I think he could be a really, really good quarterback. If anything, he'd be a really, really good development quarterback for the future if Justin Fields ends up not being the main guy. Player negotiations, we've talked about this every single episode. Elijah Moore, I'm not 100% sold on bringing back, mainly because he's going to want a lot of money, and I don't think we have that money, because if we spend that money on Elijah Moore, we're not going to have the money to pay Penei Sewell or Quinn Miners or Kwity Paye or all these guys down here that we do need to pay. Even Justin Fields needs to get paid. So we only have $36 million in cap space. We're not going to have enough money to pay for all these guys. So what I'm thinking is definitely trading Penei Sewell. I know that sounds crazy because he's 23 years old, superstar development, 86 overall, young, really, really good right tackle. But we have Jedrick Willis and we have Sawyer Dart, who we drafted in the first season, I'm pretty sure. So we've got two tackles that can hold it down. So Penei Sewell's kind of the odd man out. And he could fetch us a really good, either a really high draft pick or a really good player for another position of need. Quinn Miners probably going to be out the door as well. He's a star development player. He's 25. He's only an 81. He's a good player. I do like Quinn Miners, but I just don't see him having a future here. Kwity Paye, same kind of deal, still kind of young. We've brought in Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson. He's kind of irrelevant at this point, so kind of feel bad for him, but it's just that's the way the things roll. Elijah Moore is the only guy that I'm iffy about. Do we pay him? Do we not pay him? I'm kind of on the fence either way. I don't know 100%. And then as for anybody else, I mean, I want to bring back Daryl Holcomb, but if he wants to deny my offer, I'll give him a player-friendly contract. He's only a 66 overall. Any future deal needs to account for my interest not being met here. Yeah, Daryl Holcomb is being very stubborn because he does not want to come back. So, you know what? We'll just let him walk. If he doesn't want to come back, then he doesn't have to come back. I'm sure there's another speedster wide receiver out there that we can bring back, so it's not a big deal. But if we go to the Jaguars roster to see what they have, what they're working with as we go and play them, we obviously know our roster. Let's see what they got. So we know they have Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback still. They do still have James Robinson and Travis Etienne. So both of their running backs, but I did check. Travis Etienne is on the trade block, and that kind of piqued my interest a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Travis Etienne is on the trade block. He's got 92 speed, 94 excel, 87 agility. That's the fastest running back we would have, I think. I don't think Saquon's that fast. He might be, but Travis Etienne would definitely be a definite upgrade of Michael Carter in terms of speed and overall. So those are the two running backs. The wide receivers, they have Christian Kirk still, who they paid that crazy contract. John Ross, and then nobody really else. Tyler Johnson's all right. That's not a great wide receiver core for Herbert, or not for Herbert, for Lawrence to work with there. Then the tight end, they have Evan Ingram, but he's injured right now. So they have Peter Riddick and Luke Farrell are their two tight ends, sub 70 overall tight ends that are going to have to be out there for them. That's not great. On the offensive line, they have Cam Robinson, Matt Filer, Luke Fortner, Brandon Scherf, and Brandon Parker. So Scherf is the only good player on the offensive line. So hopefully our defense, who's been very, very like rush heavy, we've been very turnover happy, we've been forcing sacks, we've been doing pressure on the quarterback. Like we can get some pressure. So hopefully this offensive line, being as bad as it is, we can continue that pressure. Sam Hubbard is on the defensive line along with Connor Allen, the guy that I was interested in, very interested in, but didn't look like he was going to be good enough. You know what? I'm curious. What's my man's development trait? We were interested in drafting him. What's this man's development trait? Because this is going to hurt my soul if it's anything higher than star. Okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with it just being star. 75 overall, 22 years old. We'll see how he plays. He looks like a solid player, but I was just hesitant because his physicals didn't look as great as I would have liked. So we'll see what he's got. They also have Fadukasi as the D tackle. Linebackers, they've got the #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker. They've got Foyesade Oluokun. And they've got Carlton Brutus. Okay. Second year man out of Alabama. Looks pretty good, pretty fast. Okay. Interesting. Don't really know much about him, but we'll see how he plays. Then on the corners, they've got Shaq Griffin. They've got Darius Williams, Tyson Campbell, so not a great cornerback room. Shaquille is obviously the best corner they have, and he's getting older, and he's still pretty fast. I'm hoping that our overall talent at wide receiver is going to be able to outmatch these corners. They're paying a lot of money to Darius Williams, by the way. Then the free safety is Juan Thornhill. Strong safety is Keanu Neal. And we got kicker punter Eddie Pinheiro and Logan Cook. All right. So the Jaguars team is not looking too great. They do have a record of 2-3. We are on the road in Duval County. So we'll see how we play against the Jags on the road. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's go get it.
It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up is Shaquille Griffin. And how about this for a corner? 10 tackles last week. It's the Jags and the Barons. And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Brooklyn Baron football is underway in Duval. Holcomb will take the kick, and he will break a tackle and get to the 19-yard line. And that is where Justin Fields and the offense will take the field for the first time. And as you may have noticed, Jacksonville is wearing their 2017 jerseys, the Saxonville era of jerseys. I love these. I know a lot of people hated on these jerseys because of the two-tone helmets and whatever. They looked stupid and corny, and they were a lot of people were dogging them when they were out. I was actually a fan of these jerseys. I always enjoyed them. I thought that the helmet looked cool with the matte black and the gold, like faded into the gold. I was a fan of these jerseys when they were, and when they were wearing them, they were at their best. They made the AFC Championship while wearing these jerseys. A lot of people forget about that. So, I mean, if you think about the greatest era of Jacksonville Jaguars football, it's in these jerseys, which is just an insane thing to say. I mean, they're not really an era of Jacksonville football that's great. It's really just one season where they had, oh my God, Mackey with the immediate pressure. I didn't even realize that there was somebody coming after me. He immediately, it was like an insta shed. I was not prepared for that. I need to stop talking about the Jags not having a good season, and I need to focus on getting this ball to Justin Jefferson. Pass interference? Boom! We just got bailed out. Thank you, EA Sports. Thank you for that. That was not pass interference, but I appreciate you calling that, because that just gave me a great advantage there. We would have turned that ball over, and the Jags probably would have scored on the next possession. So thank you, EA Sports, for your bad play calling and your bad penalty calling and officiating. That's not good. TJ Hawkinson pulling a hammy, maybe. 3rd and 6. If I go Garrett Wilson slant, he could be the option here. Garrett Wilson is the option. He was the option. All right, but hey, we're going to be able to get points hopefully out of this, or at least an attempt to get points. 40 yards for Evan McPherson, almost automatic with focus kicker, even with 7-mile-per-hour winds. And hey, 3 points is a win when you think about the fact that we were on 4th and whatever, 19, something like that, and we were looking like we were going to have points, and then we got the BS on their side of things, BS pass interference call. Thank you for that PI. And I don't know if you noticed, I noticed, you probably did because it was just showing him. Mike Tomlin is the head coach of the Jags at this point in the series. That's kind of crazy. Hawkinson has a calf strain. I'm going to put George Patton in for right now. We don't want to rush Hawkinson back just yet because those calf strains can be pretty nasty. They can linger for a while, just like those hamstring injuries. They're going to hand that off to... Oh my God, that ball is out! First play of the game! Nakobe Dean picks it up! James Robinson gets a carry on the first play of the game for the Jags, and that ball is out. Holy mother. Wow, we need to go back and see this. Who forces it? Somebody. Oh, it's Derwin, the man who just got his X Factor. That is Deflator. I just put that together. That's Deflator in action. Derwin James come down from his safety spot, and he just levels James Robinson. And then Nakobe Dean's right there to pick it up. Deflator coming in handy in the first play of the game, popping that ball out. Thank you, Derwin. And now we will go with a little bit of read option here. They're going to read the quarterback, so we'll hand this off to Saquon. We'll go back to it, run it back, because there's no way they think that I'm going to run it twice. So if they read, they break on the running back, so that means Fields has some open space. Not as much as I thought he would. Not as much space as I thought he'd have. Now, do we trust the offensive line to open some lanes here? Nope. Why did I do that? I don't know. Do we take the 3 points? I feel like we can go for this. We can get a little aggressive here. Go for it on 4th down. Get aggressive. I shouldn't have thrown it there. That's my fault. Yep. That's just my bad decision making there. That was my fault. That wasn't a bad throw by Fields. That wasn't a bad route by George Patton. That was just me making a bad decision. Should never have thrown that ball there. Robinson couldn't make the tackle. Tremaine Edmonds couldn't make the tackle on James Robinson. This time he actually holds on to the football because he didn't get hit by Derwin James. I wonder if did that light up his X Factor? I didn't notice it. No, he's not lit up. What does he have to do to get lit up? He has to force 2 incompletions. Oh, Quinnen Williams spun right around. Brandon Scherf there. First pass of the day for Trevor Lawrence, and it's completion to the man they have on the trade block, his former Clemson teammate, Travis Etienne. This is going to be another handoff. It's to James Robinson. He's going nowhere. A combination of Josh Allen and a couple other Barron players in the backfield to stop him. We've got to utilize this talent that we have on defense to get through their offensive line. That's going to be a quick throw. Dropped. Was that Christian Kirk? You cannot drop that. That was an easy catch for a first down. Lawrence put that on your hands. You cannot drop that. That's going to be picked off. It's Murphy Bunting. He got his revenge. He couldn't get it last play because it was a drop pass. He missed it, and Sean Murphy Bunting does not make the same mistake twice. He intercepts that ball. And the Barons have forced 2 turnovers already in this game. Just throw that away. Nobody got open on the play action. I was thinking maybe Garrett Wilson, but maybe it was Justin Jefferson. It might have been Justin Jefferson, but either way, it didn't get open. Got to throw that. That's Elijah Moore. He makes the catch. First down for Moore. That was kind of a awkward throw, but it works out in the end. Cut to the outside. Barkley gets a few yards. It seems like we're able to run a little bit more efficiently against the Jags. We have not been able to run effectively at all this season. And that's another free runner on the edge. It's Brutus, the second-year man, forces the sack. That's the second time we've been sacked this game. And it's the second time we've been sacked with absolutely no warning. Like, they have been coming in absolutely unblocked. That's a pick. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. Fields is able to run him down. That makes 100% sense. I felt the pressure, thought that I was going to get sacked again, and I threw it earlier than I wanted to. Which is usually what happens when I throw interceptions. Lawrence holding it a lot longer than he wanted to. That's good coverage right there. 1 for 4, 5 yards and an interception for Lawrence. Both these starting quarterbacks in the same rookie class, by the way. not having a great performance here as Etienne gets a carry, his first carry. He's dropped at the 47-yard line. It's 3rd and 6. Can we get some pressure on Lawrence on this probably clear passing down? And it will be. It's going to be Sauce Gardner. Had a chance at picking it, but he just chooses to swat it away. Sauce Gardner almost got another one. He's got 2 on the season. I think he got 1 in the very first play of the season. I'm pretty sure. Both of these offenses have been fairly bad in this first quarter. There's really been no bright spot in either one of these offenses to start this game. Hawkinson, good to see him back out there. Just drop it down to him. He's going to get some space. One of the corners overcommitted and allowed Hawkinson to have a free lane to get extra yards. Final play of the first quarter. Fields snaps it. Hawkinson should have some room. Could not hang on. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. That really should have been a catch. TJ Hawkinson shouldn't drop that, but whatever. He did. I don't want to go with play action. The way that the Jags have been bringing pressure, play action's probably not the best idea. So if we just go slants, Elijah Moore should win this. He does. And he doesn't get the first down, but he does get 3rd and inches. Barkley. Why did Barkley not get the pressure? How did Barkley not get the pressure here? I'm going to call a timeout, actually. I'm going to go with... I didn't mean to run hurry up there. I'm going to go QB sneak. This may be a dumb idea, but QB sneak. Look at that open lane right there. Either side of the center is wide open. This should be easy money. It is. We get the first down. Just trying to do what you got to do, man. Just got to do what you got to do to get these yards. Any means necessary. Any means necessary to keep these drives alive. Give that to Hawkinson. He's going to catch it. Good job from TJ there, bringing it down. Maybe now that'll allow us to run the ball a little bit more. Decent lane for Barkley. He'll get brought down at the 30. We'll go back to 4 verticals because maybe Garrett Wilson gets open on it. No! We got TJ Hawkinson again. I saw the pressure. I really did. I felt it. And Hawkinson has brought us all the way down to the 9-yard line, deep into the red zone. They are pressing every single receiver, but I don't feel confident throwing it. So we'll give it to Barkley and let Barkley try to get it to the 5. 2nd and goal. I really don't like a 3rd and goal from here. Barkley! So close. He's at the 1. You know what that means. You know what that means. It means QB sneak Justin Fields to try and get us our first touchdown of the game. There it is. He's got it. QB sneak is elite. It's undefeated. Good job, Justin. Boom. Dives into the end zone. He got the 4th down conversion. That was massive. And he gets the touchdown to put us up, hopefully 10. Yes, it will be. I didn't know if those 7-mile-per-hour winds were going to affect us at all. And this Barons offense has been pretty brutal, except for the fact that TJ Hawkinson on 2 big plays was wide open in the middle of the field, which is something you don't expect to see. And we'll see if we can continue to stifle Trevor Lawrence in this Jags offense. There's a big hit from Jermaine Johnson, levels the return man. And here comes Trevor Lawrence. Come on, defense, keep it going. If we can just keep this pressure up, then Trevor Lawrence won't know what hit him. That's going to be a quick throw. It's caught. Bryce Hall was right on him, too. He was, like, blanketing him. I don't know how he fit that in there. I still can't believe that. Was that Christian Kirk or was that maybe John Ross? Whoever, oh, my God. Whoever it was dropped an easy pass earlier in the game, and Sean Murphy Bunting will just dance his way into the end zone. A pick 6 for this defense. That's, what, 4 turnovers now? 3 turnovers? We've got the staff points. And Murphy Bunting just... You cannot throw these against any corner, really, in the NFL, but especially against a guy as elite as Sean Murphy Bunting, the all-time leader in interceptions in a season, has another one here. You cannot throw those. That's the 3rd turnover for the Jags offense, the 2nd interception, and the fumble. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. That was bad accuracy. I don't understand why. I don't want to. Just another thing that EA's dumb about. Why does my focus kicker go away on certain kicks? Like, I should be there every single time. If I put it on there, it should be there every single time. I shouldn't lose it on certain kicks. 2 interceptions, both by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and then the forced fumble early in the first play of the game by Derwin James, picked up by Nakobe Dean. So we'll see how Trevor Lawrence responds. They're going to go play action. Kayvon Thibodeau says, I'm not falling for it. And it's a fumble. Strip sack by Kayvon, but Lawrence is able to corral it back into him. That play action was not a good idea. Thibodeau was ready for it. Did not get fooled. They're going to give this to ETN, and again, Thibodeau is there. Kayvon Thibodeau. That was the sort of read option there. 3rd and 21 for this Jags offense. They have not been able to move the ball at all today. Our defense is suffocating. This is to ETN, and Tremaine Edmonds will wrestle him down to the ground. And that is a 4th and 14. Tremaine Edmonds able to keep up with ETN. That's crazy. Because Tremaine Edmonds, he's not the fastest linebacker out there. So to be able to compete and keep up with Travis Etienne is pretty crazy. Now, if we can get a good block here, decent one, and we'll actually be able to get some okay yardage out of that. That's one of the better punts the entire series. Now, what do we go with here? Let's just take a little tight end angle, maybe take the check down. Although, I'm going to test Elijah Moore. Maybe he can streak up the middle and split the safeties. It's not there, so we'll just take the little check down to George Patton. They get the ball to start the second half. So we've got 1:43 and 2 timeouts to be able to get this ball into the end zone. Fields is not going to be able to outrun anybody, so we'll just throw that away. I thought maybe I've been able to outrun them, but I couldn't do it. We'll get back to the little angle routes by the running back, because these seem to work early in the season, so we'll see here. Barkley, it's not there, and Barkley dropped it. That was that a QB spy in the middle? That had to have been at least a zone, if anything. The linebacker did not move the way that I thought he was going to move, and it's an incomplete pass. It's 4th and 5. If we go Garrett Wilson here, almost got messed up by his own teammate Elijah Moore, but he's Garrett freaking Wilson. He's not going to drop that. Garrett Wilson don't drop easy ones, even difficult ones. And now he's running a corner to the pylon. This could be an elite play. I'm going to test him. Go up and get it. At least I animated. Justin Jefferson drags him down. At least I got an animation. He just didn't win the battle. Those are the dumb plays. I shouldn't have thrown that. See, it's a give and take. It's half EA being a really bad game, or Madden being a really bad game, and me being a really bad user. See, it's a give and take. It's 50-50. They have 2 timeouts now after using that one. I would assume they're going to go for a touchdown, but if they get 3 points, they'd probably be happy because they haven't been able to move the ball at all today. John Ross with a crazy juke move. Juked me out of my shoes there, and that's the second of 3 timeouts. If we could stop them before they get into field goal range here and use their other timeout, they might be in a world of trouble. It's going to be Trevor, has ton of time. He's got a ton of time. Get in the backfield. And he just checks it down to ETN. Bring him down, please. They don't use their timeout. They might be in field goal range. They will use their final timeout. Did they get into field goal range? They did? They're going to attempt it. This has got to be a 60-yarder. It's got the angle, and it's got the distance. It's good. 57 yards. That's some solid leg power for that kicker. I didn't think he had it in him. And that's on me. They should be entering the half down 16-0. That is on me, the fact that they have 3 points. But hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you try to go to Garrett Wilson and it gets intercepted. And sometimes you throw another interception. Oh, he didn't catch that? You probably should have. That's going to be the half. What do we adjust here? Because I think we've been doing very well. Let's do the blitz counter on our offense. But I think we just try to defend, continue to do the short pass, because that's really all Trevor Lawrence has thrown today. He's just thrown little checkdowns and little curls and comebacks and stuff. So he hasn't really gone deep. And we've been able to handle, for the most part, Robinson and ETN on the ground. So it's not like their offense just really hasn't been anything. We've been able to handle pretty much everything they've thrown at us. But that was the first half. Who knows what kind of adjustments they're going to make in the second half. And that's going to be Nakobe bringing a linebacker blitz. Doesn't get to him. Ooh, James Robinson just went toe-to-toe with... who was that? Nakobe Dean? Somebody like that. No, not Nakobe Dean. It was somebody. And blew him up. Oh, it was Steve Smith. That's who it was. Our rookie linebacker. 2nd down and 8. That's a handoff to Robinson. He's going to be wrapped up by a few guys, Nakobe Dean included. Tremaine Edmonds was the initial player to make contact. And it is 3rd and 5 on the first drive of the second half for the Jags. It's going to be a screen. It's picked off by Nakobe Dean. What? I wasn't even usering Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean now has a fumble recovery and an interception in the game. He was getting blocked on the screen, and Trevor Lawrence either underthrew or over, I don't know what he did, missed throw, and throws it right to Nakobe Dean. That was crazy. I'm not going to complain because that gives us momentum and it gives us great field position, but knowing our offense, we're not going to be able to do anything with the great field position. Give that to Barkley. If he can't get yards on the ground, might as well get him yards through the air because that seems to work a little bit. Do I trust 4 verticals this close to the end zone? Probably not, but Garrett Wilson might be open here. That's my initial read. If I can float that over, Garrett Wilson, he holds on! Garrett Wilson! Touchdown, Barons! Big throw. Real big throw. Does Justin Jefferson win on this out route? Probably not, but I'm going to test it anyway. Jefferson, he does! That never works, but he did. And we got the 2-point conversion. Those out routes at the goal line never work. But that one does. Fields had a good throw, good heat on it. And it is 24-3. It is becoming a silent blowout. Like, this has been a low-key, ugly game for both offenses. And yet, because our defense is so dominant and so turnover-happy, we are blowing out the Jaguars right now. This is going to be a handoff to ETN again. He is going nowhere. They cannot run the football, at least with ETN, against Kayvon Thibodeau. He has been getting pressure every single time they run the ball with ETN. Lawrence goes under center. This time it's Robinson. He throws off Kayvon Thibodeau, but luckily Quinnen Williams is right there to get him afterwards. Kayvon got absolutely tossed away like he was a child on that one. 3rd and 10 for the Jags offense. Lawrence, he's going to heave one to the sidelines. Incomplete. Lawrence, you had a guy wide open and you can't hit him. Interesting. 3 and out for the Jags after the Barons score. Holcomb will at least get a chance to return this. For how many yards? Probably like 4. I'll take it. Barkley is coming back out there. 409 yards this deep into the season is just depressing. Only 3 touchdowns. Let's see if we can continue this pile of offense that we've been having here. That should be Garrett Wilson. Easy catch. Good job, Garrett. And now we will go. Let's run the ball. Let's get this run game going. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of not having a run game. Let's get it moving. There we go. Good blocks. And Barkley takes it up. See, that's not that hard. You just assert your dominance. You're bigger. You're stronger than these guys. Just assert your dominance. There's the first down. 14 carries, 48 yards. It's not difficult. Just be better. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for the best. Do I think Garrett Wilson gets open here? He had a step. It was just a bad throw from Fields' end. There was a slight step on him there. One-on-one, Justin Jefferson. Okay, now I'm just getting a little crazy. I mean, we are in field goal range for McPherson, but now I'm just getting out of hand. I need to just take what the defense is giving me. I'm trying to go for the home run ball. This time I have to, and Elijah Moore couldn't get it. Nobody was open on that one, to be fair. A 50-yarder for Evan McPherson. He's already missed an extra point today, but that was more on me than on him. The Jags hit a 57-yarder, so this one shouldn't be difficult for us. Almost got blocked, but McPherson easy. That would have been good from 60. That would have been good from 60. McPherson is a stud. Buries that through. And that is 27-3 now. The Jags are not it. They've got 2 wins on the season. I don't know who those 2 teams or those 2 wins are against, but certainly not against competent defenses, because this offense is not it. We'll see how our defense plays on this next down. Forced a 3 and out last time. They're going to give it back to Robinson, and they're going to get a lane. Lewis Seen breaks off the tackle. Derwin James able to wrap him up. The first really good play of the game, the entire game, was on that run right there. They had good solid blocking on the edge. That's going to be a quick throw to the outside. Christian Kirk wrapped up by Gardner. 3 INTs for Trevor Lawrence, and they've all been really ugly. Just like Justin Herbert last week. We just like to force ugly interceptions. Oh, Murphy, you could have had 3. You could have had a hat trick of interceptions, but you bit too much on the route, and he cut back on you. There was too much space. John Ross, 2 catches, 28 yards. Never thought I'd see him in the NFL again. Robinson luckily fell down, or he would have had a huge gain there. And we are under 20 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Final play, I'm assuming? And it probably will be. Edmonds is going to wrap up Kirk before the 1st down marker, and the clock will run out, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So we've got 7 minutes to hold on to this 27-3 lead. Sounds easy, but knowing me, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. So I would stick around until the end just to make sure that I win this game. That's going to be a nice throw. Why do my corners bite so much on these routes? They always get caught up with so much space in between them and the receivers on those comebacks and those curls. It happened to Murphy Bunting on this drive. That's going to be ETN, brought down by Derwin James. Man, Derwin's everywhere. Thibodeau's injured on the play. I don't know, is he holding his arm? Or is an arm? I don't know what it is, but he is injured. Kwity Paye will fill in for him. Hutchinson also comes in. From the 1-yard line. It's going to be Robinson juking around. Josh Allen held him. Josh Allen and Quinton Williams held him. Abdominal tear, will not be able to return. Wow, that is brutal. That is brutal to have. It's going to be a throw. Fair play. Fair play. I thought that was going to be another run. I thought they were at the 1-yard line. I thought they would just try to pound it in, assert their dominance with James Robinson. They outsmarted me. I brought everybody on the run commit, and they outsmarted me. That's going to be knocked away. 2-point conversion is failed. That's actually pretty massive. It doesn't matter. Oh, they're going to onside kick it. I didn't think they would go this early into the 4th quarter with an onside kick. Hopefully one of us can grab it. And we do. J.J. Godfrey, the 2nd-year man, is able to pick it up. And he goes down to 46. All right, now we just need to milk the clock. You know I love to milk everything. I love to milk it, milk it, milk it. I don't know if you just caught that. The Cougars are 0-5. So they're not having a very good 2nd season here in the NFL. Or 3rd season in the NFL, whatever it is. Barkley. We cannot run the football, man. It's actually getting frustrating not being able to run this ball. I want to run the ball. We have a good offensive line. Why can we not run the football? It's not every team has a dominant defensive line that stops the run. Garrett Wilson gets us a much-needed 1st down there. Maybe I should try going to the edges, but I don't like running on the edges in Madden because it always gets stopped, at least for me. It always gets stopped for a loss. So I'd prefer to go up the middle. Maybe that's not the smartest thing, but it's what I prefer, so. The closest thing I get to running on the edges is these kind of runs like this. Barkley just relying on his pure strength to break those tackles. and it's a 3rd and 1 situation. I've learned I'm not going to give this to the running back. I'm not going to give this to Barkley. We've had that too many times where we've been stuffed at the line or lost a yard. That's going to be Garrett Wilson. He just falls down. Probably could have got a couple extra yards, but I just wanted to secure the first down. And now they think that we're going to run the slant. This should allow Elijah Moore to be wide open, in theory. He's got it. If the ball is there, of course the ball is there. Elijah Moore in the corner of the end zone. And that is going to be another touchdown for Justin Fields. That was actually a really good ball. He put that where only Elijah Moore could get it. It was either going to be incomplete or touchdown. And lucky for us, it was a touchdown. So that was actually a really good ball from Fields. Plus, Elijah Moore ran a really good route. Cut the route perfectly and just torched the corner or the safety, whoever was on him. 34-9. Is this our first blowout of the season? We don't get many of these. These are few and far between. Trevor Lawrence has not been good, that is for sure. He has not been good. 3:41 to go in the game. 34-9. It makes it seem like they've only been able to kick field goals today. They're going to go deep, and once again, Trevor Lawrence, that's like the second or third time he's tried to go deep on that sideline, and he's put it out of bounds. He hasn't even given his receiver a chance to go up and make a play. I don't know what Trevor's doing out here. Kwity Paye makes some pressure, but he couldn't get to him quick enough. Robinson at the sideline, little toe drag swag. And it's 3rd and 6. Ooh, we get to see Steve Smith out here. He doesn't get out here a lot, but when he does, he seems to be pretty good. They're going to hand it off to ETN. Didn't see that coming. Big hit from J.J. Godfrey. And it's a first down. Didn't see that coming at all. I thought that would be a pass again. Because they're clearly in, like, go mode. They need to get moving, so I didn't think a run would be happening. That's a quick throw. Caught by John Ross. You know what? It might have been John Ross who dropped that pass. You remember that pass in the first half that got dropped? I couldn't believe it. It might have been John Ross who dropped that, now that I think about it. That's going to be caught. Oh, you blocked me. I had Derwin James coming downhill so quickly, but I got blocked by the receiver. Good block. But that could have been another forced fumble. Deflator would have worked to perfection there. It's a screen. Hall is right there. ETN breaks it. Breaks Derwin James, too. Bring him down, please. Thank you. Jeez. ETN was running like a madman there. Oh, no, I don't want to go. I didn't mean to hit man 3 deep. All right, they're probably going to get an easy one up the middle now. Now they just check it down. It's going to be Kirk. Or is it? No, is Kirk 6? I don't think Kirk's 6. Cover 3. Get to Trevor. I don't like the amount of pressure there, or the amount of time that Trevor Lawrence has. Thankfully, he goes out of bounds, so we get our new personnel out there. Instead of just being in 3 deep the entire time. A minute 34, Jags are threatening to make this more of a game. To make it look more of a game. Another screen. These seem to be working except for the interception he threw on the screen. And is that Derek Brown? No, it's Quinnen Williams able to catch him there. That's a little shocking. And that wouldn't be the guy that I would expect to catch him. Oh no, he juked me. Not really juked me, but he juked me. I was going to get a sack there. I got juked by a non-existent juke. A minute and 11 to go, 2nd and 10 from the 18. Hutchinson's getting double teamed. That's going to be caught, and a touchdown. He dives into the end zone. All right, so the backup tight end, the 68 overall tight end, Reddick, is able to score. And I would assume with a minute and 7, and they went onside kick earlier, I would assume they go onside kick again, so this time we'll be ready for it. This time we will be ready, and they do, in fact, go for it. So we got Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore out there. A minute and 7 to go. It's going to be to Elijah Moore, and he will grab it and go down at the 43. Not really good at onside kicking, are they? That was, like, right to me. A minute and 6 seconds to go. This one's basically over, barring any crazy fumble or anything like that. So we will just try to run this clock down, but I also want to get Barkley some more yards just to make his numbers look better. But I can't do that if I'm not even going to have time. He was in the backfield before I even handed the ball off. 30 seconds to go, 3rd and 9. Fields has been on and off today. They're going to bring a ton of pressure. Just got to throw this away. Once again, a huge blitz from the Jags. 22 seconds. Could punt it, but we don't punt the football on this channel. Haven't said that in a while. Just give it to Barkley, see what happens. I was hoping he'd break a tackle. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like they can win the game off this possession, so. I was relying on Barkley to break a tackle. What was I thinking? One of the best guys in the league at breaking tackles. That's going to be Luke Farrell, the third string tight end. Former Buckeye. Go Bucks. 9 seconds left. There's literally nothing they can do that would threaten this win, so we might as well just let him have it. See how hard he can throw the ball. He's not even going to get a chance to. Josh Allen will sack him. Oh, they called a timeout. Okay. Is that number 2 for Josh Allen? He's got 2, right? I think so. That's what you call a coverage sack right there. Lawrence, how hard is he going to heave it? It's got a good arm on it. That's in the end zone. Oh, it almost is in the end zone. Knocked at the goal line, and your Brooklyn Barons will blow out the Jags on the road. Big win. Big win, because that keeps us alive in the division right now. Us and the Bills fighting for the division right now early in the season. Justin Fields, 15 for 27, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 2 picks. And both of them were probably my fault, so if I just cut down on that, but we know I'm not going to do that, so we just have to live with it. Barkley, 20 carries, 63 yards. Fields had the touchdown on the QB sneak. 5 catches, 73 yards, a touchdown for Garrett Wilson. A beautiful touchdown on both sides of things by Moore and by Fields. TJ Hawkinson, 3 catches, 63 yards. Kayvon Thibodeau did get hurt. He had the abdominal strain, but he had 3 tackles for loss and a sack before he went down. Crazy stat line for him. 2 interceptions for Murphy Bunting. He's a legit #1 corner. And then Nakobe Dean also had the pick on the screen, which is kind of crazy. And we go into Jacksonville, beat them 34-16, and I think we got the bye week is what they just said. So let's go figure out what's going to go on. All right, so I'm here after we got back from the game, and Kayvon Thibodeau is out for 5 weeks with the abdominal tear. Now, he will only technically miss 3 games because we've got the bye week. So we're going to simulate to that right now. And we should now have the focus player unlocked. So we'll check that really quickly. Ooh, we got a couple things. A couple practice squad players signed. Doesn't really matter there. Some trade offers we're not going to even look at because I'm not looking to trade anybody right now. And we can go to the weekly strategy and make sure that we have that unlocked. And we do. And they have Dominique Peck in there. So that's who they had before I switched it to Malik Willis. Who do I want to put in here? Who needs a boost? Maybe Sauce Gardner? Because I want him to get up to like X Factor, Superstar X Factor, stuff like that. So I'm going to put Sauce Gardner in there. I want him to develop. So we're going to do that. We're going to start training. Now maybe later on in the season or next season we start to shake things up and put different people in there. But as of right now, I want Sauce Gardner to get as much XP as possible. And we got an upgrade. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Steve Smith, the rookie linebacker. Okay. We'll let him auto-upgrade that. And we play the Bills in the next episode. That is going to be a massive game because they are undefeated right now. 6-0 on the year. We'll see if they're 7-0 unless they have a bye week. Ooh, the second mock draft is also available too. That's going to be big. This next episode is going to be a big one. Next episode is going to be a big one. All right, we got a couple more, and they do win, so they're 7-0. The Buffalo Bills are tearing through the NFL right now. And our vaunted defense is going to be put to the test against Josh Allen and this Bills offense. But we've got scouting for the national focus, we've got the mock draft number 2, and we've got the Buffalo Bills who are undefeated. They come into FDR Stadium, so we've got home field advantage. It's going to be a massive episode of kind of a must win because they're already 7-0. So, and we're 4-1-1. We've already got a massive hill to climb as it is. We cannot afford losing a first game of the season against the Bills. So, massive episode next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this one though. Leave it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. Don't miss the next one. It's going to be crazy. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.